Hello and welcome to Zen Dragon Studio. I'm Abby and today's video is an Oracle Yoga reading. So in an Oracle Yoga reading, I like to pull Oracle cards to determine, what our main postures are and our theme for our class. And then from the card reading, I create a yoga sequence. So this video is both an Oracle card reading and a yoga flow. And I really love Oracle card readings because I find them to be, for me, they're a very, unique and creative and playful way of communicating with Source or God, if you say God. And I also, as a yoga teacher, of course, I love yoga. And so I've found that I really like a lot of the messages I receive in readings, I really want to embody. And so that's the point of my Oracle Yoga readings, is to really embody the messages of healing that we're receiving from Source. So if you're ready to get into it, we'll start with the card reading and then we'll move into our yoga flow. Our yoga flow only requires the use of one prop. I'm just going to be using a pillow to support me at the end. For our final posture, if you don't have a pillow or blocks or a bolster, you can also use a wall for it. But if you're ready to begin, stay tuned for our reading and then our flow. Alright, so for today's reading, I wanted to do more of like a divine feminine reading. This is something I've been doing a lot of work in myself. And how my Oracle Yoga readings work is I pick a couple cards from the Asana Moon deck, and then I have 3 other decks: the Oracle of the Mermaids, Kuan Yin Oracle, and Whispers of Healing Oracle. And those will provide more of like a theme for our practice, as well as maybe some stuff to work through. So first, we'll start drawing to see what our posture is going to be. I'm going to shuffle these just a little bit more. I specifically, since this is a feminine practice, I chose to work with postures in the Sacral Chakra, because the Sacral Chakra is a place of sexuality, creativity, and I felt that it would be very healing. So our posture that we're going to work with when relieving pose, Pavana Muktasana. And so this is a Sacral Chakra pose. We're hugging our knees into our chest. I think I'm going to do one more posture card as well to go along with that. It's a very restorative and nurturing posture as well. So, all right. And our second posture to work with is Happy Baby. So wonderful posture for opening your hips and for happiness and joy. So those are our primary postures. We of course it's going to be a traditional yoga class, so there's going to be more postures. These are just our ones to focus on for the practice. Those are going to be our 2 main ones. So we're going to start looking at theme. So next, I am going to be pulling from the Oracle of the Mermaids deck. This comes across to me as a very feminine deck as well, and I love mermaids. When I was a kid, I wished I was one, and of course my favorite Disney princess had to be Ariel from The Little Mermaid. I really love mermaids, and I find they have a lot of very feminine energy. So we'll see, kind of get an idea of our theme for the practice. And I'm going to draw one card from each of these decks, and then I'm going to flip them over So next, I'm going to draw from our Whispers of Healing deck. I love these cards. They're so beautiful. The artwork is absolutely gorgeous in these cards. And finally, draw from the Kuan Yin Oracle. I'm not as familiar with this deck. I don't use it a whole lot unless I'm really wanting to get in touch with my feminine. But it is a very powerful and feminine healing deck. So we'll get our card there. All right. So now these 3 cards are going to help kind of focus on a theme for our practice. So we have our 2 primary postures to hit in our yoga practice, and these 3 cards are for the theme, which is going to help with what the other postures in the practice are going to go to and what we're trying to cultivate within ourselves. So starting with our first card, Water Flight. Heaviness lifts burdens, are cast away, weightlessness. Okay, and our healing card, modify. Okay, and our Kuan Yin, 8 Immortals. So our first posture that we drew is Wind Relieving Pose. Yes, this posture does help with that. It aids in digestion and it massages the abdominal organs, releasing tension in the lower belly and back. It's a very nurturing and restorative posture, and it is a Sacral Chakra posture. So this is one of the primary ones we're going to be working with. And then our other posture, which is also a relaxing but also joyful posture, is Happy Baby. And Happy Baby eases stress and anxiety. It opens the hips, the inner thighs, and the groin. It improves tiredness and fatigue. And it helps us release deeply stored emotions and memories. This is also a really good posture to come back into your inner child in a childlike state. This is also a relaxing and sacral chakra practice. From the pose, so from these 2 postures, it looks more like our flow is going to be more restorative. Okay, so let's take a look at our theme cards. So from the Oracle of Mermaid, we have Water Flight, heaviness lifts, burdens are cast away, weightlessness, and this one it's about allowing yourself the freedom to feel your feelings and to express those feelings. A lot of times we tend to bottle up our feelings either out of fear of expressing them or of what other people will think, or simply just not knowing how to move through them. But our feelings are beautiful. They're indicators of where we need more love, and they help us with, it's very important to express those feelings. And through feeling our feelings, we find release and freedom within ourselves. Okay, so that's that card. It's a very beautiful card, very flowing and very much freedom. And then from our Whispers of Healing, we have Modify. It's a beautiful horse there. Oh, there's also a lady riding the horse. I didn't notice that when I first drew it. That's a really beautiful card. So, your emotions and actions influence your body. And we might not think about it, but our body does respond to our emotions and how we hold on. And it's easy to see our bodies as a burden to us. There are a lot of parts that we may not like about ourselves and how our physical body appears on the outside, and this leads to wanting to change that. And in terms of your health and well-being, it's not always negative to want to change your body, but it's important to recognize what your motivation is. And it's also important to see that our body is a reflection of our inner state, and how we feel about ourselves and our emotions we've suppressed can manifest in the body. And ways that this can look in the body are with aches and pains, tension, even weight struggles, problems with eating, even diseases can manifest in the body as a result of our inner world and how we're feeling. So it's important to really move through those emotions in order to have a healthy relationship with your complete self, and this does include your body. So what this card is indicating is it's time to modify how you view yourself. Rather than trying to change your physical body, look at what you believe about yourself and what feels good and what doesn't, and modify the things that don't feel good. Because the body is not a prison, rather a divine temple, an expression of our soul. So it's time to treat our bodies as a divine extension of ourselves, rather than a burden or a prison or just something we don't like. And then finally, our last card, Kuan Yin deck, the 8 Immortals. So it's safe to grow and be your true self. A lot of us don't really feel like that, and a lot of times we're taught in society and even in our families that we need to suppress who we are to make other people happy and people please, or that we won't be accepted if we're ourselves. But you find freedom in being yourself. You're more free in being yourself than putting on a mask or trying to pretend that you're someone you're not just to avoid being judged or criticized. And you are a divine being whose light is meant to shine and radiate from you. You're meant to be seen. You were created to shine your light into the world and share your gifts with the world, not to hide and be miserable. So let yourself feel and accept your divinity. This can be really challenging a lot of times we kind of forget that we are divine. We were created by the divine, and therefore we are divine. So allow yourself to live in alignment with your divinity and be who you are and express yourself and be true to yourself. Speak your truth regardless of what others think, because you are beautiful and you are divine and you are very much loved by God. You can say universe, source. So you are divine. Shine your light. All right. This is a beautiful reading. I feel very much a practice of really relaxation and restorative practice to begin to feel our feelings and allow ourselves to just embrace the fact that we have feelings, and that's perfectly okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having feelings. It's completely normal. We're meant to have feelings, and our feelings are not bad. So to recap, we'll look at our cards real quick. So we have Wind, Relieving Pose, Happy Baby, water flight, modify, and 8 immortals. All right, so this concludes the reading portion of our Oracle Yoga reading, and stay tuned and I'll see you for our yoga practice today. All right, welcome to your Freedom to Feel flow. This is the flow created from our Divine Feminine Oracle Yoga reading we just did. This is the yoga portion. This is very much a Sacral Chakra yoga flow, and this is more directed towards feminine, the Divine Feminine, but if you're a masculine, no worries. Get a good stretch in your hips and open up to your emotional center. So if you are ready to begin, and my buddy Apollo is, meet me in a comfortable seated position on your mat. We have one pose that you can utilize a prop for. I'm going to be using a pillow. You can use a block or a bolster. It's just legs up the wall. So if you don't have a prop, you can find a wall, but that's not until the very end. So we're going to begin with some grounding. So go ahead and find a comfortable upright seated position on your mat. And when you're ready, go ahead and close down your eyes. And just begin to breathe. Coming into this space. This is a freedom to feel flow. And when we're working with our sacral chakra, and especially in our hips for women, there's a lot of things that can come up. So I invite you to take a moment to ground into yourself, to connect with your breath. Breathing deeply, beginning to focus on your sacral chakra, right in the womb center of your body. This is your right to feel. It's perfectly healthy to feel your feelings and to let them flow. I invite you during this practice to give yourself permission to feel anything that comes up for you, and to just be present with it. Not to try and change it or control it or judge it. Just notice how you feel in every posture we do. Do your best to really connect to your feelings in your emotional center and allow your emotions to flow without getting hung up on them, without trying to push them away, just to let them flow. Our emotions are meant to flow, and they help us identify parts within ourselves that need more love, that are feeling a little lost and hurt. I want to come home. Our feelings are not bad. They're really beautiful, beautiful indicators of our inner state and what we need to be giving more of to ourselves. Give yourself freedom to feel your feelings. Your feelings are valid. All of your feelings are worthy of being felt. And then let go. Just a couple more breaths here. Really allowing yourself to connect to how you feel, your sacral chakra, your emotional center. Go ahead and take one deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. Beautiful. Go ahead and begin to open your eyes, and we will come into our first posture. So coming into butterfly pose, please scoot forward a bit, Apollo. Thank you. Go ahead and bring the soles of your feet together in front of you. They can be as close or as far away from the groin as feels comfortable to your body. Go ahead and inhale to straighten the spine. And exhale to bring your belly button towards your heels. Just one breath here. And exhale to completely relax. Turning your palms to face up towards the sky. And just breathe here. It's a beautiful stretch for the inner thighs. We're just getting started here, so you don't need to force. Just allow yourself to open. I invite you to close your eyes if you feel safe doing so, to really connect with yourself and how you feel. And inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. Begin to gently walk yourself back up. If you need to, just gently close the legs just a little bit. We're coming into our next pose, which is square. Square is a variation of double pigeon, so if you prefer double pigeon, go ahead and do that. But for square, we're leaving our legs crossed. I have my right leg in front right now. And we just kind of bring your front leg as parallel to the long edge of your mat as you can. This is a lot less intense of a stretch than double pigeon is, so if this is not enough for you, go ahead and take double pigeon. And for that, we will just place the ankle over the knee. If that's too much, come back to square. Right. Inhale to straighten, and exhale, just come forward to your depth. Just 5 breaths here, that's all. And take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. Gently walk your way up. And we're going to switch to the other side. So I am bringing my left leg in front, just switching the crossing of the legs. Again, if you feel more comfortable with double pigeon or want a little bit of a deeper stretch, go for it. Inhale to straighten the spine. And exhale, come forward to your depth. 5 breaths here. Making sure to continue to connect to how you're feeling. Do your best to not lose that connection during our practice today. And take an inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. And walk yourself back up. Just come into a comfortable cross-legged position for our seated twist. Inhale the arms up. Go ahead and twist over to the right. Left hand to right knee. Right arm back behind you as a kickstand. Just gently twist. And just breathe here. Be here for about a minute. This doesn't have to be your full range of motion. It can be as deep as you want it to be, as you need it to be in this moment. Go ahead and inhale the arms back up. And moving to the other side, exhale, twist over to the left. Left hand comes back as a kickstand. Right hand to the outside of the left leg. And breathe here. Can be as deep of a twist as you need it to be, or as gentle as you need it. And inhale the arms back up. And sigh out the mouth on your exhale, bringing the palms to heart center. All right. Coming into our kneeling flow. So I'm come on to all fours, knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. You can have your toes tucked or untucked, whatever feels best for you. Inhale to drop the belly, broaden the chest, look up, cat. Exhale, downward facing dog, lifting the hips. Inhale, knees back to the mat, cat. And exhale, child's pose. 3 more. Inhale, cat. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, cat. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, cat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, cat. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, cat. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, cat. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, cat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Go and inhale your right leg up. Exhale, knee to wrist. Coming into pigeon pose. So you can have your right leg as parallel to the short edge of the mat as you would like, or as close to the groin as feels comfortable to you. If this is enough, stay up here. If you want a little more, go ahead and come down onto your forearms or bring your chest down to the mat. Close your eyes. Breathe here. Really allowing your hips to open. Coming back to how you feel if you lost it a little bit. Or if you've kept that connection. Invitation to go a little bit deeper. I know this can feel very intense and uncomfortable. Just breathe through it. If it becomes painful, you can always back off a little bit. Just allow yourself to feel how you feel in this posture and just breathe. Go ahead and take a deep inhale through the nose and sigh out the mouth. Gently walk yourself back up. Tuck your back toes and make your way back into downward facing dog. Inhale, come into cat pose. Exhale, child's. Inhale, cat. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale that right leg up again. Exhale, step it on the outside of your right foot. Coming into lizard. You can keep your back leg lifted for an added challenge, or you can bring your knee down, whichever feels best to you. Turn your right toes out a little bit and find your posture and breathe here. Keeping connected to how you feel, not running away from any uncomfortable feelings, just being present. Feeling is how we release. Discomfort doesn't go away until it's been felt through and released completely. Just a few more breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. Go ahead and make your way back into downward dog. Lifting that back leg. Inhaling the right leg up. And exhaling down into downward dog. Inhale, all fours, cat. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, cat. Exhale, downward facing dog. We got the left side now. Inhale that left leg up. Left knee to left wrist, pigeon pose. Your leg can be parallel to the short edge of the mat or close to the groin. Whatever feels best for you. You can stay here if this is enough. If you'd like more, come down on your forearms or lay completely down. Same thing. Drop into your feelings as you drop into the posture and just breathe here. There's nothing else you need to do. Just breathe, be, and feel. Deep inhale through the nose and sigh out the mouth. Go ahead and make your way back up if you came down. And find yourself back in downward facing dog. Inhale, cat. Exhale, child's. Inhale, cat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg up again. And step it to the outside of the left hand. Dropping the back knee for lizard, if that is your chosen variation. And breathing here. Remembering to stay present with how you feel. And breathe through it. Go ahead and inhale through the nose. Sigh out the mouth. Go ahead and make your way back into downward facing dog. Inhaling onto all fours, and we're just going to do regular cat-cow here. Set yourself up, tabletop position, knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Inhale, drop the belly, round the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Closing the eyes. Inhaling to drop the belly. And exhaling to arch the spine. 2 more. After your last one, pause for a moment, neutral tabletop. Go ahead and gently make your way onto your back. Feet planted on the floor. Coming into figure 4. Start on the right leg, right ankle, just above the left knee. If this is enough, stay here. Otherwise, grab onto behind your thigh or in front of your leg. Close your eyes, breathe here. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. And bring your foot back down to the mat. Just switching sides. Left ankle just above right knee. Stay here if that feels good. Or grab behind your leg or at the front. Whatever you need today. And breathe here. Gently pulling your legs closer to your chest. Deep inhale through the nose. And sigh out the mouth. Bring your feet to the mat for just a moment. Breathe here. Go ahead and hug both of your knees in towards your chest. This is one of our primary postures we drew in our oracle reading. You can hug yourself as tightly or as gently as feels good to you. If you would like some movement, you can go ahead and begin making little circles with your knees. And circle the other way if you've chosen to take circles. Go ahead and find stillness. Just hugging your legs. towards your chest. And just breathe here, really dropping into yourself. Becoming present with how you feel. Just breathe through it. And we're going to move into our supine flow. So right from this position, inhale to straighten your legs and your arms. Exhale, hug your knees in. Inhale, feet to the mat, bridge pose. Lifting the hips, arms up overhead. Exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. Once you've got the movement, continue with your eyes closed. Inhaling to straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Exhaling to hug the knees in towards the chest. Inhale, bridge pose, lift the hips. Exhale, hug the knees in. 2 more, the rhythm of your own breath. Once you've completed your 2, pause for a moment, knees in towards the chest. Moving into our next posture, which is a supine twist. Just straighten the left leg, keeping the right leg bent. And gently twist over to the left, extending the right arm out to the side, keeping the left arm on top of the right leg. Just breathe here. Your knee doesn't have to touch the ground. Just feel a nice twist in your spine. And breathe here. You can turn your head towards the right, or you can keep it in center. Whatever feels best for you right now. And take a deep inhale through the nose. Sigh out the mouth. Gently come back to center. And bring your left knee in towards your chest once again. 1 breath here. And extend your right leg, coming into a supine twist on the other side. Extending your left arm out and dropping your left knee over towards the right. Doesn't have to come all the way down. And just breathe here. Your head can be at center or gazing towards your left hand. Do your best to keep your eyes closed through the remainder of our practice. Apart from looking up to see the posture when needed. Make sure you're still connected with how you're feeling. And if you lost that connection, just invite yourself back. Deep inhale through the nose. Sigh out the mouth. Gently coming back to center, bringing both knees back in towards the chest. Giving yourself another squeeze. Coming into happy baby, grab onto the outsides of your feet or the big toe, whatever you can reach. And just hang out here, gently bringing the legs towards the mat. You can rock from side to side if that feels good to you, and find stillness. You can bend and straighten your legs, whatever kind of movement or stillness you need. Go ahead and take that in this time in happy baby. Just really breathe into the pose. Find what makes you happy. What do you need to feel happy? Can you give that to yourself? Wherever you are, go ahead and take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, big sigh out the mouth. And bring your knees back together towards your chest, very gently. Our final posture is going to be legs up the wall.
If you need props to support you, please gather them. If you would like to practice against a wall, now is the time to bring yourself up against the wall. If you have your prop, go ahead and place it right under your sacrum, just to help your legs stay up effortlessly. When you're ready, just bring your legs up. You can have a bend in the knees. I invite you to let your arms be as wide as it feels good to you, and your palms facing up towards the sky. And just drop into yourself, just breathing, opening, relaxing. You're free to feel. If at any point this becomes uncomfortable, it's not relaxing anymore, feel free to take a regular Shavasana. Just find the final posture that's going to best support you today. Gently begin to deepen your breath. And wherever you are, and come into a fetal position on your mat. And really hug your knees in towards your chest here. Keeping the eyes closed. Head and gently press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Keeping the eyes closed. And just notice how you feel. Go ahead and take a nice deep inhale through the nose, lifting the arms up overhead. Sigh out the mouth, palms down the heart center. When you feel ready, you can begin to open your eyes. Thank you for joining me today for this Freedom to Feel Sacral Chakra Oracle Yoga reading and practice. I hope you enjoyed our practice today and feel very connected with your emotional center and your femininity if you are feminine. And if you like this reading and would like one for yourself, I have them on my website, a link in the description below for you to get your own Oracle Yoga reading if you desire. Otherwise, please like and subscribe for more yoga and Oracle Yoga readings. And I'll see you in our next flow. Namaste.